Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about the history of belly dance. I've tried pretty hard not to make such a long video about the history of belly dance. If there's more interest, then I might add some more videos in the future. Okay, so I'll get started now. So, how did belly dance all start? How old is it? Where did it start? Who started it? Well, it turns out that belly dance is the oldest form of dance. Anthropologists and archaeologists, and they've discovered that any form of documentation of the dance was in the Babylonian times, which is supposed to be the first Western civilization. And they describe that in the Babylonian times there were specific temples erected for goddesses. There was a lot of respect for the female form and its ability to create. These temples, there would be all sorts of sexual rites performed and sexual sort of sacrifices, I don't know, sacred sex as they call it. The society was more nature respectful, and even when the Babylonian civilization was taken over, the similar concepts of a goddess's nature worship, deity worship, religion popped up in other civilizations such as Egypt, Greece. So for example, in Greece, temples that were erected for Aphrodite would have certain rituals. It's been documented probably in ancient writings. For example, a girl before going home and actually getting married and starting a family would have had to go and serve in one of these temples. And one of the ways that they used to serve in this temple was by prostituting herself. So a man had to choose her amongst other women and give her money, and for sex, and once that was performed, she was free to go home and start a family. Whereas there would be other women there, probably, maybe if they weren't chosen, they'd be there for years. In today's society, that sounds pretty harsh, but if you put it into the context of the society of in those days, where you put the priority on the female controlling, the female was the creator in some way, and they had a lot of respect for this goddess. You wouldn't mess around with them. Something that I wanted to emphasize, where it predates back from the Babylonian times, much further back, in the Mediterranean region, some key notable anthropologists looking at excavations of certain symbols, statues, have tried to look at these artifacts and draw some meaning out of them, and they found that the societies seem to be more egalitarian and matriarchy based. And as we go into the Babylonian times, the female-male equality somehow declined and started to become more patriarchy based. From the Babylonian civilizations and forward, the only places of equality between the sexes were found in temples. Outside of temples, everyday life for women were not as equal. Thank you for listening. If you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, put your comments in. Let me know if there's any other questions that you might have. And thank you for listening.